Hi, sorry I'm late. Taking a leaf out of Matt's book and being just a little bit late for, for my own live. Oh, Matt's on. Oh, God, I didn't think you were on. Sorry, Matt. But yes, 3 days in a row. Look at Matt on time. um, there's a few of you in already. Shannon, hello. You're going to have to listen more than watch. That's quite all right. Um, I don't really stop talking at all, do I? So Hazel, Diane, Caroline, Nana Kim, hello. Oh, it's rainy here as well. It's persisting it down, as my mum would say. Emma, Matt, sorry. Maggie, hello. Betty, thank you for joining. We've got Rhonda as well. Oh, there's lots of you. Rhonda, Barbara, Laura, Clarice, Margaret. Looking forward to this collection. There's lots of you. Ben's just having, if your colour's going up and down a little bit, Ben's just, my tech guy is just adjusting it all for me. So if 1 minute I look tanned and the next minute I don't, he's just sorting it out for me. Anna Marie, hello. Diane, did I say hello to you, Diane? Liz, I did. I'd miss you. He's got my mouse up there. So a few scrolled up before I got a chance to say hello. So I do apologise. I'm quite excited for this one. I know it's the last launch of the week. I know I was supposed to be doing one tomorrow, but what I did was on Tuesday, I did all of my background pads together because I was going to do some backgrounds on Tuesday and Thursday. And then this collection was going to be tomorrow, but forgot all about my son. He's away at uni and he's coming home. I thought Saturday, but no, he's coming on Friday. That's his last day, and apparently they're going to kick him out on the street. Apparently, not that he exaggerates anything at all. So we're picking him up tomorrow, which is going to be lovely because I've got him back for about 3 months. So that's why I've shortened these, but I am going to be doing a live either Saturday or Sunday. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do a few demos with all the product from through the week. Also, just making sure I'm not missing anyone. I look better. Yeah, it does for me. Let me just turn my laptop backgrounds now. I don't look as tanned anymore, do I? Lynn, hello. Shannon, hello. Angela. Yes, so Saturday or Sunday, I'm gonna do a live, and we're just gonna do a few demos with the stuff from through the week, and then I am going to get on with again some more stuff for through next week and the week after. Use it because there's so much obviously been launched this week. We're going to do a few lives. I'm going to talk to some of the design team. I know Helen said she's more than happy to do, it's just up there, more than happy to do a tutorial on that beautiful vintage summer kit album that she did. I really haven't had a chance to speak to the rest of them yet, but we've got this little group chat. So I'll have a word with everyone, see if anyone's up for anything. Doing even if it's a picture tutorial and popping it on, see if anyone else is happy to take over for a little bit and show you some of the fabulous stuff that they've done. But don't forget, first of all, I must apologise to Gaz. I don't know if he's on or not yet. I haven't seen his name. He finished his live off last night because on Monday he started one of those perpetual calendars with my rainbow kit, and then he was finishing it off yesterday. But so I said to everyone, go watch him. And then when I went to his page, I couldn't find the live. So I thought, oh, it must be today that he's doing it. And then after it had finished, I got a notification saying Gaz has gone live. So I never managed to go see it. But yeah, so there's that there. And he did a lovely little giveaway with his prizes. Jan's popping on Saturday, Jan Brown on her channel, JB Crafts. Sorry, my fringe has grown just enough that it's really annoying me. I'll ask later and start the conversation. Perfect. Thank you, Laura. What were I saying? Oh yes, JB Crafts on her YouTube, Jan. She's popping her video up of a tutorial that she's going to be making with one of my, I think she's the Oh Baby collection. And she's going to be giving that away as well. So that's exciting. So I will pop that on my page as well on Saturday when she uploads. At least you got a notification. I never get. I see. I got it afterwards, which is so strange. But the weirdest thing is, for the past week, people have been messaging me, and I've been messaging them back, and it's just been sat on sending. And then when I come out of it and I go back in, my message has disappeared. So some of you might be receiving like 5 messages because I keep resending them. So there's something going on this week. Apparently there's been a solar flare. So I think there's like all sorts of electronics playing up this week, which is a pain because this is how I connect with you all. This is how I sell. And if this is gone, I'm done for. So fingers crossed and touch wood. Get your scissors out. I know. Do you know what I do? I trim my own fringe, and it has a lovely jaunty angle. You know, like when you put something wrong on a card. Nice one, Matt. Yes, nice one. Definitely great minds. That's why I'm constant. It's such a you click that bell that it tells you to, and it just doesn't work, does it? Right. So Canvas Whispers today. I absolutely love this one, but what I'm going to do I'll show you the fronts first. So we've got Canvas Whispers, and it's sort of in the name, isn't it, really, what it's all about? And then we've got Canvas Whisper Scenes, and then, of course, it cried out for the third one, the flowers. But obviously not stereotypical flowers that you normally get. So those are the 3 pads that I'm going to be showing you tonight. Let me show you some of the samples first. I just lifted my box of goodness here. It really, really is. So let's start with some boxes. So this is Caroline's. So I don't know if it was the 6x6 or 8x8 pad that she's used on the front. She made a lovely little box, and it's worked beautifully with one of the background pads, the overgrown walls. She made do you know what? Look, so she posted, didn't she, that she'd thrown some. It's just my tech guy telling me you can hold it closer. My arms aren't long enough to hold it closer. She'd thrown some paintbrushes away that had got dried glue on them, and then she got this collection and she was like, actually I can use those. So she's popped a couple of flowers, and then the paintbrushes here you can see. So that looks absolutely awesome, really ties in well with the papers. And then she's just popped a few tags, because obviously those last few bits that you've got left in that pad are going to make beautiful tags. They're going to make beautiful, and not ripping them, cutting them up. All your last little bits that you've got, you can make some beautiful basket weave backgrounds with. So that's Caroline's lovely little box. And then we've just got some lovely cards. So this is from Emma. So she's made one of those. I think it's just a tower card, isn't it? But she's used the background, so the wood, the worn wood background, and then obviously one of the papers from today. But what I love is you get so many different ideas when you've got lots of DT, which is brilliant, because obviously they all do things in their own style. So again, she's used the warm wood, which works perfectly with that image there. Now, this is one I always love to do. If you want to do a nice, quick and simple card, but make it look amazing, you cut it into 4. Either curve your corners or not, but it just always looks amazing. And then with that pop of mirror card through, looks awesome. So I've got a few more here. So these that I'm going to be showing you now are from Laura. And these are some of the ones that are actually going to be in the giveaway that she sent for me to do. I love this one. I like a big card, definitely. So I'll quickly show you these because these are two that are going to be given away as well. She's sent me these two, and obviously both of them are from the rainbow kit. I'm just spoiled for how much stuff I've been sent. Lovely box there. I'm just in awe every time I get them all out and have a look. They all just look amazing. And then one of those lovely side steppers, double stepper, triple stepper. One of them, isn't it? But really just, it makes the image obviously the focal point. And then we've got this. I love this. So it's foiled, is that acetate at the bottom, which obviously works beautiful. I'm running out of space to put everything. We just pop these there, so I'll show you them in a minute. And then this one is from Caroline. She's made a lovely frame, and she's really gone to town decorating it. She's done a more is more with this, and I absolutely love it. But the papers still stand out really well because what she's done is she's brought your eye in to that image with all that fabulous. Lots of these are from some of the kits that she's bought from me in the past. So let me pop those back in there. And then I've got one more to show you that Liz made. So most of these cards that I've just shown you, I didn't call her name, are from Emma. Emma is, I think she does for the Hunky Dory magazine. I think she does like commissions for that. So I'm going to show you this. I took a picture of this today, which I absolutely love. So you've got that little twisty thing at the bottom. Love that description, Caroline. What did she say? What did I miss? Oh, rummaging. I can just picture you now. Lots of beautiful makes. Love the makes. Yeah, they've done an amazing job. They really have. I don't know what I'd have done without them. So what you've got is a lovely little sort of flip top album, but the front flips out as well. And as obviously you can see, you've got all those pockets on there. And with each one you've got, I mean, this has got the music and the script on that one. Let's pop it back in there. So this actual style is brilliant for things like recipes. You know, if you're wanting to give some like who has all those recipes, would be very much like me, wrote on bits of paper here, there, and everywhere. So just these would be brilliant just as recipe cards. So I absolutely love that. And obviously on the outside, again, she's used that lovely worn wood background, everyday background pad. So let me just wrap that background there because I forgot to show you these. Not yesterday, the day before, when I was showing you all the backgrounds, there was a few samples here. Can't get it round, get there. Right. So even on the little circle pieces there, she's used the script background. Obviously, she's used the warm wood on there. And then this one's from Matt. And he's used that eucalyptus. If I turn it round, he's used that beautiful eucalyptus background on this. He's made some gorgeous foam flowers. And if I open it up, so if I turn it to the side for you, you can see you've got that lovely concertina. And again, it would be perfect as a recipe book or a little address book with all those little tabs in there. And it's, just bear with me. It opens up there as well. Does that open again? It does. Opens quite high up there. And it's got a magnet on it, so it folds lovely. So that again, it's just with the backgrounds. Did I show you? Oh, I did. It's the other one I'm thinking of. He's also made this. So he's made a lovely little address book or, notebook or something. I shoved one of my little, he did give me a pen. I've put that in my stash. I love pens. But I've put one of my Paper by Michelle pens just in there. And it's just used some elastic on the front and on the back. So then what that does is obviously when you pop your pen in, it keeps it closed. But then you've got this lovely little pocket here that you can be popping things in. And if I turn it around that way, look, he's, I don't know why I'm turning it. Never mind, ignore that bit. Again, a lovely little book in there. So it's just awesome. The ideas from all of the different DT has been absolutely awesome. And if I move these to the side, there's one more in here that was from Matt. And again, it's just like it's like a little folio. Okay. But these two pages pop open. I'm going to try and do this backwards, so bear with me. And then I get that one. So you've just got an amazing pop out sort of folio. So on all those 4 pieces, you can be popping photos on there. So you've got like a little photo element in there. I'm really scared to push this one side down because it goes down really well, but when you're not sure if you should push the bottom bit in or the top bit. Come on, you can do it. It's because I'm scared to rip it, but it is going to close. There we go. Go on, you can do it. I'm doing it the wrong way. That one needs to go underneath. And it folds back flat when you're not too scared to push. There we go. So he's used the eucalyptus and he's used the music. And again, let me open it back up very quickly for you. How beautifully they work together. So those are the everyday backgrounds as well, which I never really got a chance to show you the other day. So I'm showing you now. So again, some beautiful samples, really showcasing my papers. I've been so lucky with them all. Caroline, she really wants to make that one matte. They have been amazing, Diane. They really are. Love the book, but there again, love everything. They have all done an amazing job. They really have. Lots of wows. Loving the book. The recipe folder. Matt, would you do a tutorial on the last one Michelle showed? Yes, I think we can talk Matt into that, can't we? Matt needs to do some tutorials. So Matt did do a tutorial a little while ago for me, and he posted it. I think he has got a YouTube page. If you have, Matt, you're going to have to pop it down there. And he did it. And I cannot remember for the life of me what his YouTube page is, but I did share it on my pages. But I'm sure we can talk Matt into that. Definitely. Gaz is late. That's quite all right. So you missed me apologising, Gaz, because I went to your page last night to look for your live and I couldn't find it. So then Ben said to me, I'm sure he's doing it tomorrow instead. So I was like, fair enough. And then when your live finished, I got a notification saying Gaz has gone live. So I missed it. So I do apologise. Yes, I will do one. There you go. Look, peer pressure. Matt said he'll do one. A little bit of peer pressure's never hurt anyone, has it? Right, so should we have a look at through these? Let me just pop this to the side and then we'll have a look at these pads. So we'll go for the first one for the first one first. So you don't get this kind of entertainment anywhere else. So let me bring that across a bit. You've got the first one is Canvas Whispers. So this is sort of my main pad where we sort of went first with it. And what you're going to get is you're going to get the canvases or the watercolor papers, and you're going to get all the paints and the paintbrushes and the things like that. Rather than it being a finished picture, it's the finished picture with the artist's sort of bits and bobs still in there. So that's the first one. And you can see how beautiful the colours are. Again, you've got a bit of the rainbow theme running through some of these. But some beautiful scenery as well. I absolutely love that one. And then just try and get it in the right place. Again, obviously, all the artist bits and bobs that he's still got out because he's halfway through doing whatever it is that he's doing. And I just thought it was a little bit of a different spin on giving you some flowers or some backgrounds or some scenery. It was just a bit of a nice play with it. I just love. There's just something about it that I love with the sort of the unfinished or part finished work and the paintbrushes and the paint on there, and the sort of rough and ready canvases. Is Betty on? Oh, Betty Providenti. Oh, I've already said hello to Betty. That sounded so rude, didn't it? I didn't mean it like that. I thought I'd missed someone is what I meant. Aaron said this is very Bob Ross, Miss Michelle. Yeah. Happy little trees and all that. Do you know I watch Bob Ross? Obsessed with it because I've never seen anyone just start off with nothing and then it just magically turns into something, does it? It's like, how does it's magic. It really is magic. Has anyone seen the film? It's got Owen Wilson playing him, hasn't it? I'd like to see the film, but I don't want it to taint my view of Bob Ross. He's a bit like a god to me. And so you can see that they've all got different images, different scenery, different backgrounds. Michelle, is that pen for sale? I did. I got them last year because I put them in the advent calendars. So if you got an advent calendar last year, you got one of my pens. I love this one. It's just a little bit different to everything, isn't it? But I do. I might have some left. I'll have a look. What I was going to do is I was going to put another order in for them in a different colour, and then people can collect all the different colours of pens because for me that's really exciting because I love pens. Stationery, paper, pens, anything like that. Pens, pencils, erasers. I remember when I was at school, I mean, I'm 47, so I don't know if it was like a my generation thing. They had erasers in the local stationery shops in every shape, style, and colour. And some were fragranced and some weren't. And we used to just do swaps at school. We'd get them and we'd do swaps with people, and it was like a huge thing. So yeah, so I've still got a bit of an obsession about erasers as well. Bob Ross was an exceptional painter. He really was. Laura loved working with this set so much, and she might have to get some more. Who did someone say they don't know who Bob? Oh, Diane. Thought everyone knew who Bob Ross was. He is the most amazing painter in the world. He really is. He's just what he can do with the paintbrush in a half-hour show is just genius. I will have a look in my drawer because I'm not sure how many I've got left. But like I said, if there's a few of you wanting some, I'll get some more in. And or if you have still got pens, I would like to buy one, please. You should put michellemccarthycrafts on your pens. Well, the reason that it says obviously paper by Michelle is because that is what when my website and the everything is up and running, it is paper by Michelle, which is why I sort of got that on there. Oh my god, I loved stationery from when we were kids. There was something in the 80s, the stationery was just brilliant, wasn't it? And the same notebooks. Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you know you were a teacher, Emma? Collected erasers as a child. I had the refresher one. I did. I can remember those days. I had the same issue. Possibly a generation thing. Yeah. I don't know if it is a crafter thing. Because I think we love anything to do with paper and pens and the colouring stuff as well. So maybe it is a crafter thing. So this is the next one. So is it? No, I don't want to show you the flowers. I want to show you the scenes next. For no particular reason than that this is just what I want to show you next. So this is the canvas whispers and this is the scenes. And as always, the front looks fabulous, doesn't it? Let me just pop them nice and neat before I forget. So that is the first one. And again, you've got that beautiful explosion of colour with those beautiful flowers going off into that beautiful sky scene. I love that scene. You would be laid in that field, wouldn't you, on a lovely summer's day with your picnic blanket, and your Bucks Fizz, and your strawberries. So lovely basket of flowers. And again, just a beautiful scenery. And this one is a lot more aged. To go along with, sorry, Matt, the ripped effect of the the painting. We get that beautiful scenery. The paint drapes are just, the colours are just so bold and beautiful. I love that. Let me bring that one back a bit. I love that one. I love the ripped effect of the paper. Just a little bit different. And again, but then the scene inside is absolutely gorgeous. So as a full sheet, as a full image, it looks amazing. But actually, if you wanted to cut it down and just have the scene or the scenery on your card or box, it's going to work so many different ways depending on which bits you do and don't use. Sort of a canvas whispers or an artistic collection would not be complete without the obligatory fruit basket and the flower that we would all go and paint in sort of art class. This is the one, I think that's the one, that part of that is what Caroline used in her huge frame. It is. She's put some gems in the middle. She's really gone to town on that frame. It's awesome. I think this is my favourite sheet out of the whole collection. Happy Little Accidents, yeah. Trees, mountains, water. Yeah. My father-in-law, I mean, he passed away a few years ago. That's how I got to know who Bob Ross. He was the most amazing painter. He gave Bob Ross nearly a run for his money. He was amazing. We've got some of his artwork. So he worked with oils like Bob Ross did, and he's just awesome. I think we would all It's just it makes it look so easy. He makes it look so easy, and then you get the paints out and you do the same, and you don't end up with the same effect. I love this. I love that scene. It just I don't know, there's just something about it. I think it looks awesome and cozy and warm and inviting. Um, I like the pen where you could change the colour. Yes, with all the little you can get, like, giant ones, can't you, with about 10 or 12 colours on 'em? Um, I used to try and 'cause you pressed it down to get the nib to come out, I used to try and press them all down, at once, and always ended up with a broken pen and being told off by my mum, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I needed to see if they'd all go down. I mean, they didn't, but so lots of these are actually gonna work. I know we've got Father's Day coming up, so the very, I can't think of the word, it's right on the tip of my tongue. They're very, I'll think about it, but it's right on the tip of my tongue, and every time I go to say it, it disappears. Um, this one is stunning. If I bring it in, you've really got an old aged vintage effect with that. You can see sort of the ripped paper across the bottom. But anyway, I can't think of that word, but they're perfect for everyone. You know, some of the scenery is just scenery. Um, I love this one. It reminds me of somewhere in France, someone's beautiful little, is it a boudoir with the candles and the cup, and then that kind of vase with those flowers. See, it's not that I don't know these words. I know these words. My brain just doesn't allow me to say them because it hates me, apparently. So again, you've got beautiful foreground with those flowers, which would be for mum, nan, whatever. But then the other side, just the beautiful scenery, dad, granddad, versatile. Thank you very much. Looks like a Mary Poppins at work, and I come in and left a mess with my paints. Yes. So this one, again, it reminds me a bit like a French scene. Sort of looking through because you can see the curtain or the nets or the voile, sort of looking out onto that. It feels very French to me. I mean, I've never been to France, but um, it's all about how it makes you feel, isn't it? What feeling it evokes in you. Because I know that lots of you have messaged me today and said the vintage summer craft kit that I did yesterday really took you back to holidays that you had and honeymoons and really sort of evoked those feelings in you. And I think that's what all artwork does. I mean, and the thing is with art, what does for one doesn't for another. And it's the same with these. It's the same with any kind of art. Um, and I love that I get lots of messages from you all saying, I love that pad, it made me feel this, or it took me to here, or because that's exactly what you want or what I want. Um, because what I want is sort of the meeting of these being craft paper, so you can cut them up and you can make all of your crafty projects with them. But also I also want it to feel like it is a piece of artwork. And I think from especially lots of feedback as well, I think we're definitely doing that. You could frame that, but yet you could still also cut it up, fussy cut elements, and things like that, and craft with it. So again, I love that one. And they're not um, big posh bouquets of flowers, or that repeating pattern of flowers. What you've got is beautiful, artistically made bouquets or flourishes or swags, um, of not just posh roses and the posh flowers. I really love the sort of rough and ready, for want of a better phrase, um, effect of flowers. I like wildflowers. I like the grasses through them. I like them to not be perfect and crisp and clean, because in nature they're not. And I like to sort of bring that through into my papers. Or I like to give Ben the instruction of that to put them into my papers. I just love this. There's another one a little bit similar to that, where it's almost got that either mirror or that frame where you could, if you're scrapbooking or you're cutting it up, you could be cutting that middle out and popping someone's picture in there. If you send whoever you're sending it to, that's where your sentiment could be going, or the picture if you're scrapbooking, things like that. See what I mean about the sort of wild, rough and ready look? But again, any one of these could be um, framed, could be just mistaken as a piece of artwork. Wrong way. I love the sort of the torn edge of the canvas on this one. Couple of butterflies in context. They're okay. And look, I think when you get something as beautiful and as pretty as flowers, and then you add that distress and you add the paint drips and the torn edges, I think it just really, really looks beautiful. Yes. And again, I love this. I love the vase that it's in. I love the bit of the tablecloth hanging off. You've got that beautiful rainbow of colours sort of going through. I love that. It's just that sort of swag straight through the middle of the page. Much you missed talk of Bob Ross, stationery love, and pretty papers. Did Matt have to nip out? What have I missed? I went and got dinner out of the oven. And then the last one is this one. So again, you've still got that sky in the background and the distress. I absolutely love them. I think they're just absolutely gorgeous. And I wouldn't bring them to you if I didn't love them. Because it would feel a little bit naff for me to do that. Bring you stuff that I don't really like, and I'm just like trying to sell you all sorts of nonsense, but I'm not. These are stunning and bright. I would frame that one and add diamond dots. Yes, yeah. Happy vibes. The chaos brings me calm. Yeah. Stunning and bright. I will watch back later. That's all right, Matt. We'll let you off. Love a paint drip, except when I'm decorating. Yes, absolutely. um, it is a nightmare. Such a stunning. Thank you. So this is my final collection of the week. So it's called Canvas Whispers, and as always, it comes in all the sizes. You've got the 12 by 12, you've got the A4, which has that 8 by 8 on it. You've got the 6 by 6, and obviously they're going to come in them topper pads as well. They're here. So I'm going to just give you a quick Now you've seen the pads, and then if I show you sort of the DT samples again, it gives you sort of a different look on seeing what they've made and how they just work beautifully cut down. It's such a beautiful, elegant box, and then you've got that beautiful image on the top. So this is Emma's. It just makes some beautiful, beautiful canes. Of gold, that mirror card looks really good with those. Really works. And works beautifully with that blue wood. Good evening, Jill. My final launch of the week. I'm just going through the Canvas Whispers. Where's that one? There it is. So this is Caroline's box. And again, so she had some old paintbrushes that had got glue stuck in the bristles, and it works perfectly with that image on top. Some foam flowers, foam maroon flowers on there. And then what she's also done is she's used from the 8x8 pad, because you get those two toppers, she's been able to use those to create a couple of lovely tags, and then sort of offcuts and things like that. And especially this one, look, she's got those 3 tags on there. And then she's put them over overgrown wall everyday background from Tuesday. And then did have some more. Where is it? Oh, and then this is Liz's, isn't it? Oh, it's here. I've just put them to all sides of me. This was the one with the lovely vellum over the top with the I think that will be hunky dory acetate on the edge vessel. So the dye is a hunky dory one, yeah. She's just put acetate, but I'm hazarding it a guess that acetate with that foiling on is going to be a hunky dory one. And then we've got this lovely thing here, this lovely. I'm giving up today. I've had a very long week. Words escape me at the best of times, but I was saying earlier, wouldn't it? It would make a beautiful recipe, a recipe book type thing. So she's used lots of those images on there. Let me just bring it up. And then from the side, when it closes up, it's just fabulous. And it's something that's quite sort of simple to do. I mean, it takes a bit of a while, obviously, to make something like that, but it's a simple takes a while. It's not a hard and difficult thing. I know we've done a few similar projects like that ourselves. Ourselves. We've done them together-ish in the past, and it takes a while, but it's worth it. Sometimes we like to throw a really quick project together, and then sometimes we're quite happy to spend quite a while making something. And I've got that with everything. I've got some labours of love. I've got some beautiful, simple cards, and then everything in between. And crafted by Gaz. Tell Aaron happy birthday. Yes. Oh, happy birthday, Aaron. I forgot it was his birthday. Are you celebrating? Are you going out? Or are you doing something tomorrow? Well, I'll be buying some for me and some for Aaron too. Bonus. That looks like you're looking out of a window. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, menno brain fog. Absolutely. I've got my patch on and I swear it does nothing. I could see that as a baby album making the pages. Yeah, yeah. It does make sense with 1/4 inch seam for lots of pictures. Yes, absolutely. Christmas with snow, lots of happy birthdays for Aaron. I bought 2 massive cakes, brownie donuts, and we had KFC. We've got a takeaway here in town that does his sort of fried chicken, and it's really good. Anything chicken, veggie pizza, put chicken on it. Right, so just a quick recap then of through the week. This is so Monday. What did we do Monday? Was the Highland Cows, wasn't it? So your Highland Cows was Monday. Tuesday was all those backgrounds. Where are they? We're done with them. Which included that beautiful eucalyptus. Let me open that up and show you it again because it's gorgeous. I love this. I think it's just awesome, isn't it? So there was the one wood, so it had the darks and the whites background. We had the eucalyptus, which I've just shown you. That's it. I can't even remember what I've done. And then there was the script, wasn't there? The script and the music, and then the overgrown bricks. So that was Tuesday. Obviously, there was the kit on Monday, wasn't there? Shall we have a quick look? Because I know I keep saying it. I do have 2 kits left. Because 2 got sort of thrown back. Let me just move that. So quick birthday week, so I'll quickly show you again the birthday kit. The 6x6 of the not the updated, an add-on, an additional from my first ever paper collection. So that one's in honor of my first one. So you're going to get that in a 6x6, and then you're going to get both of these. Let me tip that one. There you go. In the A4s. Now, because they're an everyday background, the whole background is covered. It's not just an 8x8 and 2 toppers. You can, of course, order all of these 3 pads in the bigger or smaller sizes. So, in the 12x12s, the A4s, and the 6x6s. I was saying the backgrounds, I wouldn't do them in the topper pads because it doesn't really make sense for you to have a background in a topper, because you could just get the 6x6 or the A4 and cut that down into that size anyway. So it's not that I'm not doing them in the topper pads, it doesn't really make sense. It would be more beneficial to buy one of the pads. And then what you're getting in here is you're getting that huge bag. There's so much in there. There's a little umbrella, there's brooches, there's hearts, there's stars, there's rainbows, there's all sorts in there. That's what you're going to get in that bag. Again, I'm not going to open this up because I know Gaz did, but the pictures are on my page. So many stickers in there. You've got frames, you've got outline, you've got sort of watercolor effects, flowers in there, and then you've got 7 sheets of flowers. You've got 2 meters of the beautiful ribbon that Gaz wears round his head on his lives. And then, so that's 1, 2, 3 packets. And then what you've also got is you're all going to get a lovely stencil. It's roughly about 4x4, 4.5 by 4.5. You are going to get lots, I think it's about 10 in of these beautiful fabric flowers with some lovely little gems. And again, multicolours or rainbow colours, because it's a rainbow kit. And then you're going to get loads of these. So the cardboard, but there's a rainbow of colours, and they're embossed. So it's like a faux wax seal. I don't know if you can pick up the emboss on them. So you're going to get all that as well. And then you're going to get a lovely little keyring. And I thought, where's my frame? I don't think I showed you that. You've got that beautiful, rather large frame in there as well. So that is the rainbow kit. Just pop all that together. Let me, oh, can't lift it. There you go. So I'm going to pop that back up there. And then yesterday, he was all loving the vintage summer craft kit, which was all those various different sizes. Comes with a scrapbook. You can have an 8x8 or 12x12. It's entirely up to you. It comes with some chippies, some frames. They are going to differ. I've got so many of these, and then when that amount is sold out, there'll be different frames in there, but you're still going to get the same amount. And then lastly, I don't need to put anything behind it really. You can see it, you get that beautiful stamp set. So if you get the kit, you are getting the scrapbook, the chippies, and the stamps for free, and a little bit of the papers as well. So let me pop that there. Nicola Ilbury, you made it. I'll let you off. Is there a reason why everyone seems to do 6x6 pads instead of 8x8? So Rhonda, I do an 8. I do. I do an 8x8, and it comes on my A4. So let me find. I've just. So bear with me. So this is my A4 pad, Rhonda. That top image is an 8x8. And then you get 2 toppers at the bottom, which are a 3x4. Now, the reason that I do it that way is because it was going to cost me more money to buy 8x8 pieces of card than it is to buy an A4. Because obviously, I mean, everywhere, but obviously the place where I get it from, so I get all my paper from a paper mill here, obviously in the UK. So everything's, UK made and done and everything, but it's more expensive for me to buy 100 sheets of 8x8 than it is 100 sheets of A4. So then obviously that means I can pass on that saving to you. So my A4 pad has an 8x8 on it, and then you get the bonus of 2 toppers for less than it would cost if I did it just as an 8x8 pad. So I do get that. Lots of companies do the 12x12, then the 6x6, and they forget about the 8x8. And obviously, as a crafter, I know what I wanted, which is obviously why I've done it. So I do. But my background pads, I'll bring this back in. So what I've also started doing this past month is, what I've brought to you is an everyday backgrounds collection. Now, if it says everyday backgrounds, you're going to get the full A4, because, let me lift the other one up. You're going to get the full A4 because the backgrounds are just that. They're an everyday background. So it defeats the object to give you an 8x8 and then 2 toppers when I can just fill the full sheet with that design, and it's for the same price. So all my A4s are the same price, whether they're a background pad or the one with the 8x8. There's even sentiment stickers in there. There is sentiment stickers in there, guys. Yes, so everything is going to start getting posted out. Some will get posted out Friday for pickup Saturday, and then I've had a lot of orders, and then some will get sent out sort of the beginning of next week. I do follow Matt and Gaz already. Brilliant, Shannon. Probably to do with sizing them on to paper stock. Yeah, so like I said, because I'm smaller, I'm just this small business at the minute. To be honest, I think if it's going to cost me that amount to get an 8x8 rather than an A4, maybe it's obviously the same for bigger companies, but it just made more sense for me to offer you more for less. And to be honest, I didn't want to pay that amount of just so I didn't want to pay twice the amount of money for an 8x8 when I could get twice as much in the A4 and then offer you that little bit extra on there as well. It just didn't make sense. So I do definitely. Really long story short, but I do 8x8s as well. If you look on my page, it just say on all my albums, when I say you get the A4 for, I think it's £10, or is that $13? $13.80. It just say A4 pad, and then I've popped, it includes an 8x8 and two 3x4s. So you can you will always see what's in there. I use 8x8. So actually, yeah, absolutely. So the album actually that comes with the kit from yesterday, you can have the 8x8 or the 12x12, because again, I offered the two sizes because not everyone does a 12x12. So I thought if I offer both options, then it's just more appealing, isn't it? But yeah, absolutely. I don't use a 6x6 as much because I love an 8x8 card. So for me, when I'm buying, I definitely look for an 8x8 before anything else. I know lots of companies don't offer them. People love the A4 pads and love a topper, absolutely. Right, so I did say that we're not doing the live tomorrow because obviously I'm picking Ollie up, but I'm going to do one at the weekend, just for those of you who joined a little bit late. Naughty. I'm sat here rubbing my hands like what was that old Huey, Dewey and Louie, his granddad, the rich duck, what was he called? I've gone off on something now, haven't I? But I've just saw myself doing this. And I reminded myself of what's it called? I used to love that cartoon. Scrooge. Thank you, Scrooge McDuck. I was like Fagin. I was sat here like that. Do something else with my hands. I wish bigger cards didn't cost so much to send here in the US. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? But I must admit, the postage here at the minute, it's going evil hand rubbing. Makes me nervous what you have planned for me. Oh, you just wait, Laura. Scrooge McDuck. Do you know what? When I was a kid, and the opening scene where he goes and dives into all his gold, that was like mesmerizing for me. Made me so happy. I'm doing it again, look. Yeah, the postage here has become stupid. It really has. It costs me as much to send a 6x6 pad in a padded envelope as it does to send a small parcel. It's ridiculous. It really, really is. Laura, you do that when you're nervous and anxious. I don't know why I was doing it. I don't know. Maybe I was fake rubbing some cream into my hands. Grot bags. Oh my God. There's somebody at the door. I won't sing for you. Oh my God, grot bags. I used to be terrified of her. Absolutely terrified. Grotto bags. You've deleted that once and you've still misspelled it, Gaz. That's exactly what you do. You was the same. Yes. So, right. I don't really have anything else to tell you. I've showed you all those amazing samples. I'm going to get them all photographed and popped up at some point tomorrow. Everything from yesterday, I am going to pop on today. Just haven't had chance to do it. So if you want to see the albums of like the vintage summer from yesterday, I will be popping them up. Obviously 7 o'clock here for me in the UK. So within the next hour-ish, I'll be popping them on my page for you to all have a good sort of look through. Never heard of that one. Grot bags. So that was definitely a UK thing. So when we were little, it used to be Rod and Emu, and they used to live in this windmill. And they used to have kids there, so there's loads of Didn't sound good at all, did it? It was fabulous. It was a kids program. There was kids. There was Rod and Emu was an emu, but it was it was a puppet on his hand. Oh, it was so good. And Grot Bags was the evil witch that she lived up somewhere, and she used to come and she used to knock. I mean, she wasn't that evil, but then when she used to knock, they all started singing, "There's somebody at the door." It was great. It was one of those really weird 80s kids programs that you look back on now and you think, it was very strange, but it was great. It was really great. It was Green Emu. I loved Emu. Wasn't he blue? Did he have blue fur? Because Grot Bags was painted green, and then she used to come in and she used to obviously tell him off for whatever it was. Emu used to attack her, and it was like the most hilarious thing ever. And could you imagine that on a kids program now? Rod Hull, Emu, and Michael Parkinson. Oh my God, yes. Honest to God, you guys in the US, you've got to sort of go on YouTube and see if you can find that, because Michael Parkinson, he obviously did a talk show, and he used to have guests on, and Rod came on with, I don't know why, but it was Emu with his puppet, and it attacked him, and it had Michael Parkinson all over the place. Well, you know, Emu, obviously not really, because it's Rod Hull, is attacking him. And it's the funniest thing I've ever seen, and it just takes me right back to my childhood. Definitely one of those odd programs that we all loved when we were little, definitely. I had one of the Emu puppets. Did you really? Garbage Pail Kids. I loved the Garbage Pail Kids. That film was awesome. We used to swap the Garbage Pail Kids cards at school when we were little. When I was about 9 or 10, it's going back a long time. All the Garbage Pail Kids cards and stickers. I loved that. Rainbow, very tongue-in-cheek now. Yes, absolutely. Honest, right, back in the day, they used to make kids' programs twofold, where the kids really enjoyed it, but the adults did as well, because they used to put, like, very close to the chest or close to the vest, however you say that, jokes in that the adults would be sat there, sort of laughing away, and you kids just thought, they're just enjoying my program. Really, there wasn't. There was all this cheekiness inserted into it, and you definitely wouldn't get away with that nowadays. Definitely not. It was absolutely hilarious when he attacked Michael Parkinson. Yeah, I saw a rainbow clip on TikTok recently. It wouldn't pass censoring. No, yeah, loads of double entendres. Absolutely. Sesame Street. I loved Sesame Street. I loved the blue Cookie Monster. The big effluent. What was he called? What was he called? He terrified me. Absolutely. Sesame Street. I loved The Price is Right. We had that over here as well. Captain Pugwash. We're going down memory lane now, aren't we? What was the does anyone remember Bagpuss? The cartoon, he was like pink and white striped, wasn't he? Bagpuss. And oh, what was the Flumps? I mean, I'm sorry, some of you guys in the US won't get this, but no, we're not old at all, Shannon. The Flumps. I used to love the Flumps. They used to be on at dinner time when I was off school. Paulie, they used to be on. I don't know if it was just before the midday news or just after. The Flumps, Bagpuss. What was those Wombles of Wimbledon? The Muppet Show, Bagpuss. Oh, the Muppet Show. I used to love that. But you know when it starts at the beginning and they all come out onto the stage and there's the big giant ones at the back. I used to go hide when those come on, because those used to terrify me. Oh, God, you can, yeah, we are. We're all old. There's just no getting past it, is there? But I know this is not when I was a little kid, but my kids watched, was it Bear in the Big Blue House? That was an American one. I used to love that. Um, my son was obsessed with La La. Oh God, my grandson's been here today actually, and we had Teletubbies on for him because there's like this new updated version, and it's a bit posh looking. But right, so do I have anything else left to tell you? I don't, except for the fact that I am going to pop a live up. Captain Pugwash, I'm sorry. Tim Pugwash. Great innuendos would never get shown today. Mr. Ben, the magic roundabout, absolutely. Mr. Ben. I always think of Ben when someone says Mr. Ben, because Gaz calls him Mr. Ben. It's funny. What were I saying? So you was all asking about the pens. So I will pop on my page if I've got some more. And if you want in one of my pens, I will absolutely let you know how much they are. Magic roundabout. Oh, that was just an acid trip, really, wasn't it? It was nothing. They didn't even try to hide it, I don't think. Barney. See, I used to love Barney, but I've seen this like newer Barney, and I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. No, I like the old Barney. I thought it was great. Oh yes, so pens. Oh, it doesn't take much to distract me, does it? I'm doing it again. Look, I will sort the pens out. I will get all my albums popped up either Saturday or Sunday. It's going to be round about the same time, round about 6:30 ish. To be honest, it's probably going to be Sunday because we're picking Ollie up tomorrow. So I think Sunday might be better for me. But then obviously, you know, if you can't make it, it's there. I'll pop it on my page and you can watch it when you get a chance. Nobody would remember shows from my early childhood. You're not that old, Diane. Pop some on, let us have a chuckle. Good, I would be able to watch Sitting Down Resting Sunday. Oh, perfect. So I think Sunday is a better day really all round for everyone. So it's going to be around about 6:30. And to be fair, that gives me time to get lots of stuff prepped Saturday. And so, yes, so if there's anything in particular you've seen that the DT have done one of their cards or something, or you've seen anything that you'd like me to do, obviously, if I've got enough time, I will have a look. Wooden top, Andy Pandy. Yeah, wooden tops. I remember Mum talking about that. Sorry, Diane. So yes, it's going to be round about the same time. I'm going to pop all my albums up. Any orders that you want, please do let me know. Message me if you've got any questions. Message me. Don't forget though, there is going to be giveaways for whether you've placed an order or whether you haven't. And on Sunday, I'll have a box of goodies. I'm just looking at my box now. It's going to have all sorts of crafty goodness in, and I'm going to do that as a giveaway at the end of my live on Sunday. So there's going to be some bits from through the week. There's going to be some ephemera and some crafty bits in there as well. So just a nice, exciting box, and that's just for watching Sunday. Everyone who's watching and commenting will get a chance to win the box of goodies. I'm doing it again, look. I need to find something else. I need to hold something so I don't do it. See how many DT? Yes, I do. Yeah. See how many I can persuade or bribe into doing tutorials. Mindy Pandy, Mary Mungo, and Midge. Oh my God. Again, I remember Mum talking about those. Hector's House, Tales of the Riverbank, Alistair and Crystal Tips. Now that sounds familiar. I'm not quite sure what that one is, but it does sound very, very familiar. Oh, hi, Michelle. I had some scratchy directions for a box you made to hold tea bags in the slot at the bottom and pull them out. Yes, tea bag holder. Um, I can do that on Sunday. I can let me write it down. I can absolutely do that on Sunday. Because yeah, it's simple enough for me to do. Tea bag holder or box. Tea bag box. I did it on CC a few years ago, didn't I? Holder. Because I had some posh tea bags in it. The individually wrapped ones. Yeah, I will do that Sunday. Absolutely. Have a lovely day fetching your son. I will do. Thank you. Very excited to see him. Right. I'm going to let you all get off. I know I've got at least another 5 times saying it, haven't I? But yeah, anything that you've sort of seen, if you've got any questions, pop me a message. But don't forget, just the comments, the likes, and the shares, things like that. If you see my post, pop a comment on there, because it enables. So the more that see it, the more that they'll show it to other people for some reason. So all those are just as important to me as you guys that purchase from me as well. So I'm just doing it again. Just ignore it. Just pretend I'm Scrooge McDuck talking away to you. So all that is just as important. If you're not following or liking this page here, if you could do that, and again, all the liking and sharing. I'm going to rewatch and add to my order. Thank you. It really does all mean the world to me, which is why I got some of the fabulous people that I've met through TV demonstrating to make me some cards. So, you've got that to win. You've got the DT. There's some projects that you can win from there as well. And then finally on Sunday, you've got that box of goodies that you've got the possibility of winning as well. And it's US as well. So it doesn't matter if you're UK or US. If you're watching and commenting on Sunday, then you're going to get a chance to win that box. Just my way to say thank you and celebrate. It wouldn't be a birthday without me giving you guys gifts. So I love Toodle Pips. There's a couple of you say it and I absolutely love it. I've started saying it to my daughter and she looks at me really weird, but I think it's great. I really do. So Toodle Pips till Sunday. I'll get that tea bag holder done and a couple of other things. We'll do a few things and I'll try to get as much papers sort of shown and used as possible. Toodle Pip, Caroline. So again, thank you all so much for joining and for being with me all week. You've had to listen to me talk for every day this week. So for that alone, I am very, very grateful. And I will see you all Sunday.